Caitlyn Clark has been the talk of the basketball world for months, and now WNBA legend Sheryl Swoopes is making headlines with a bold new prediction about the Indiana Fever's future. Sheryl Swoopes, who previously voiced skepticism about Caitlyn Clark's impact in the league, has now taken a surprising turn, offering a fresh perspective that has fans buzzing. What changed her mind, and what does this mean for Caitlyn Clark's rookie season with the Fever? Let's dive into the unexpected shift in opinion from one of the greatest players in WNBA history, and subscribe to our Hoop of Basketball channel for more sports updates. Before diving into Sheryl Swoopes' latest comments, we need to understand where she stood just a few months ago. The four-time WNBA champion and Hall of Famer had initially questioned whether Caitlyn Clark's game would seamlessly transition to the pros. Sheryl Swoopes, like many basketball purists, acknowledged Caitlyn Clark's generational talent, but also expressed concerns over the physicality of the WNBA, the defensive challenges she'd face, and whether her offensive dominance would translate against seasoned professionals. Sheryl Swoopes' stance wasn't necessarily negative, it was realistic. She had seen countless college stars struggle in the WNBA, where size, speed, and experience make the transition difficult. While Clark shattered records at Iowa, there were lingering doubts about how she'd handle the elite-level competition, night in and night out. Sheryl Swoopes, as someone who paved the way for women's basketball, wasn't trying to diminish Caitlyn Clark's accomplishments. Instead, she was offering a perspective grounded in experience and an understanding of the challenges ahead.
The team that I feel made the biggest moves, maybe even the best moves, that would be the Indiana Fever. I think the Indiana Fever went from just being in the playoffs last season to potentially winning a championship. You add the OG DeWanna Bonner, who plays both ends of the floor, who's a competitor, Natasha Howard, who's another OG, who's going to bring the defensive presence. And then you're bringing back Aaliyah Boston, who continues to get better every single year. Can we talk about Kelsey Mitchell, who is just a walking bucket? How much stronger Caitlyn got in the offseason. You know she was in the gym working on her game. This Indiana Fever team, they have put the pieces together in this offseason, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
Fast forward to today, and Sheryl Swoopes has changed her tune dramatically. What led to this shift? It turns out that Caitlyn Clark's relentless work ethic, poise, and early signs of leadership have made a significant impression on the WNBA icon. Sheryl Swoopes recently stated that she now believes Caitlyn Clark has what it takes not only to succeed in the league, but to elevate the Indiana Fever in ways many didn't initially expect. This is a massive turnaround from her previous doubts. While she never outright dismissed Caitlyn Clark's potential, Sheryl Swoopes is now offering a much more optimistic outlook. Some of this change in opinion stems from how Caitlyn Clark has handled the immense pressure and scrutiny placed on her even before stepping foot on a WNBA court. The expectations are sky high, and yet Caitlyn Clark has embraced every challenge with confidence, humility, and a burning desire to improve. The Indiana Fever have been searching for a franchise player to revitalize the team for years. They haven't made the playoffs since 2016, and their struggles have been well documented. But with Caitlyn Clark now in the mix, everything changes. Sheryl Swoopes believes that Caitlyn Clark's presence alone will energize the franchise, attract new fans, and bring a level of excitement that the Fever haven't seen in nearly a decade. More than just the hype, Caitlyn Clark's skill set aligns perfectly with what the Fever need. Her deep shooting range, elite passing ability, and court vision will open up the offense in ways that make her teammates better. Sheryl Swoopes acknowledged that while Caitlyn Clark still has areas to improve, particularly on the defensive end, her offensive capabilities are already WNBA ready. Despite Sheryl Swoopes' newfound optimism, she also recognizes that Caitlyn Clark won't have an easy path. The WNBA is filled with veterans who take pride in challenging rookies, and Caitlyn Clark will have to prove herself against some of the toughest defenders in the world. She'll likely face aggressive defensive schemes, physical play, and the grind of a longer season than she experienced in college. Sheryl Swoopes pointed out that Caitlyn Clark's mental toughness will be just as important as her basketball skills. How she responds to adversity, off nights, and criticism will define her rookie year as much as her highlight reel plays. If Caitlin Clark can handle the inevitable ups and downs with the same poise she's shown so far, she'll be in great shape for a successful transition to the WNBA. One of the biggest surprises from Sheryl Swoopes' recent statements is her belief that the Fever could make a legitimate playoff push in Caitlin Clark's first season. This is a bold claim, given Indiana's struggles in recent years, but Sheryl Swoopes sees a clear path for the team's improvement. Much of this prediction hinges on Caitlin Clark's ability to elevate those around her. The Fever already have key pieces in place, including Aaliyah Boston, last year's Rookie of the Year, and a group of young, talented players eager to develop. If Caitlin Clark can serve as the catalyst for improved team chemistry and offensive efficiency, the Fever could be in the mix for a postseason berth much sooner than expected. Sheryl Swoopes' change of heart has ignited debates across the basketball community. Some fans appreciate her willingness to reassess Caitlin Clark's potential, while others believe she underestimated Caitlin Clark from the start. The media has also jumped on the story, using it as further evidence of Caitlin Clark's growing influence in the sport. Social media is buzzing with reactions, with some calling Sheryl Swoopes' comments a sign of respect, and others questioning whether she's simply following the hype. Regardless, it's undeniable that Caitlin Clark's presence in the WNBA has already sparked widespread discussion and intrigue. Through all of this, Caitlin Clark has remained focused on what she does best, playing basketball. When asked about expectations, doubters, and now the sudden wave of support from figures like Sheryl Swoopes, Caitlin Clark has consistently emphasized her commitment to improving and helping the Fever win games. Caitlin Clark has always let her game do the talking. She doesn't get caught up in outside noise, whether it's praise or criticism. This mindset will be crucial as she navigates the pressures of her rookie season. With the WNBA season approaching, all eyes will be on Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Will Sheryl Swoopes' bold prediction come true? Can Caitlin Clark lead the Fever to the playoffs in her first year? There's still a lot to be determined, but one thing is clear: Clark has already made an undeniable impact, and the excitement surrounding her journey is only just beginning. What do you think? Will Caitlin Clark prove Sheryl Swoopes right and take the Fever to new heights? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to stay tuned for more updates on this incredible rookie story. And if you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to our Hoop of Basketball channel, and see you in the next video.